Like I'm talking to you?
Yeah, just pretend. Yeah. Pretend you're actually having
I always pretend I'm talking to you.
an intelligent conversation with me.
I just keep talking because I know you're not always listening.
Sorry?
Exactly.
Excuse me? Okay.
Baking powder?
Baking powder. Lights, camera, action! I want to get it. Boop. Cannot something or other. Cannot zoom in or out on this one. I don't give a shit. I'm not trying to zoom in or out. Videographer, are we ready?
As long as you know what you're doing.
We're already filming. Oh, jeez. It's good to see that everybody's on top of this, except for the prophet, of course.
Is that unusual?
No, yeah, fair call, fair call. Anyway, guess what? I'll give you a hint.
Drink. Oh, you mean the ball?
Yes.
It's the number 10.
It is the 10, not the cue ball, but it is the 10 ball.
It is the 10 ball because it is episode 10, ladies and gentlemen. We have made it thus far with your help.
A 10. 10, rated R. See your fantasy come true at a theater near you. Check local listings.
Mind you, I think if no one was watching, we'd still do it because we love a drink.
Yes, we do. That's it. You know, that's a fair point. I really don't think if none of you are watching this, we would still be doing this. I think that's a very fair call.
I don't know if we'd film it though. But then again...
Yeah, because then we want to know what we did. It's like having that sober buddy when you go out, who you call the next morning and say, hey, what did we get up to last night?
See,
don't worry, I have the video.
I hate drinking with those people. It's just... I mean, don't get me wrong, it's fun, but it doesn't work out well in the end.
No, you got to hate those people. So episode 10.
Episode 10.
I am so honored and proud to...
It's a landmark episode.
It is. 10 episodes. That's like a decade.
Well...
It's a deca. It's a deca something, yes. Anyway, so welcome to boozebrothers.tv, episode 10. Episode 10 is in the house. We're back here at the Hacienda for the 5-hole bar to be filming. We had a little bit of an adventure in episodes 8 and 9 where we were playing some pool. We were in the gazebo. We've been traveling all around the world of Club Claire's Hacienda Spa and Resort.
And we're continuing our travels around the world of beverages.
We are indeed. We've had some very exotic beverages from far and foreign places.
We have, but
I think for episode 10...
we are returning to the beginning as such.
We are going to make our mark in episode 10?
Exactly. We are returning back to the US of A.
The good old US of A.
Yes, for a bourbon once again.
A bourbon?
A bourbon once again. And it's just, you know, we figured, yeah, we're making our mark with episode 10.
Making our mark. Oh, maker's mark. Look at that. Mark. So there's no need to be secretive anymore.
No, not at all. Not at all.
In the great brown bag.
Oh, just so much class, it's not funny, I tell you.
All right, here we go.
I've been sitting here holding the book because I do have one wonderful little tale to
look at that.
To share with you all with regards to Maker's Mark. You know, and it talks about the original.
Are you going to wax lyrically?
We shall wax upon many things.
I feel kind of like we're about to do some Miyagi here. Wax on, wax off.
Well, we do need to get the wax off in order to have a drink.
Wax on, right hand. Wax off, left hand. Wax on, wax off. Breathe in through nose, out the mouth.
Now, you know, it actually talks in the book here about how people at first were unsure of actually how to get the bottle of Maker's Mark open, and they would actually take a knife to the wax and take it all off the bottle. But there is actually a little tab there within the wax. So just grab the whole thing.
The whole thing, or just like, because it's like semi-split, because it's got a little split in there.
It does have a little split.
Grab the whole tab.
Yeah, and just crack it
and just
open
give it a wiggity wiggity
it.
wax.
Wiggity wiggity wax, around it goes. While he does that, and perhaps also...
If this was cheese, it would be very good.
Stringy even. I'm ignoring that. Have you noticed?
You do that quite often to me.
Back to my tale.
Do I take the rest of the wax off, or do I leave that?
No,
so that
you
lid
leave
can-
the wax and just you can remove the cap.
Yep.
Little puckering
Little
pop
puckering.
there. Fabulous. I think it's sensational.
Ooh.
See, as we discussed earlier on in previous episodes, Dave is very much a Scotch whisky man. The Prophet. And
That's okay, Dave.
as part of
Good
this, I'm doing my best to introduce him to other things other than
Yes.
that. We did the Deckel, Tennessee Sour Mash.
Can we throw in some Dickel jokes still? 10 episodes in and we're still playing with our Dickel.
Indeed. We also had the Wild Turkey Forgiven.
Yes.
Which was absolutely stunning, and I'm proud to say that I still have some of that left, about half a bottle. I have shared a drop here and there with a couple of friends, and they've been very appreciative, because if they weren't, I'd take it off them.
Absolutely.
So there's a tale here of how when they were coming up with the recipe for Maker's Mark as such, trial and error, of course. So the original distiller, the father of the company, if you will, started making bread from various grains to get a feel for the balance that he was looking for in the formula. He wanted none of the hot, raspy, bitter taste traditionally associated with bourbon whiskey. Sorry, selfie time.
That's more Eufy. But anyway, I'll sneak in here.
You can sneak into the corner there.
We got to make our mark on episode 10.
Instead of using rye, which is the traditional flavouring grain in bourbon, he substituted what they say is soft winter wheat, explaining it in the way of, imagine two loaves of bread, one made from whole wheat, the other from rye. Isn't the bread made from wheat lighter, milder, and more gentle on the palate? Judging from what people tell me, the gentleman here says, I guess Dad found the taste he was looking for, even if we did have to eat a lot of pretty weird bread along the way. So there you go. That's from the Maker's Mark autobiography. This was released in 2000, I think it was.
2000.
Yes.
So this book is all about Maker's Mark.
All about Maker's Mark, from humble beginnings, how they scrapped the old family recipe for whiskey and started from scratch all over again. Where is the gentleman's name? Here he is, Bill Samuels Jr., who at the time was the president of Maker's Mark Distillery, and actually the son of the original creator of Maker's Mark.
Bill Samuels Jr.
Yes. Of course, things have changed dramatically since then. Maker's Mark is now owned by the spirit giant that is Suntory Beam.
Suntory Beam.
Suntory Beam. So yes,
Did they
Suntory.
take over Jim Beam and then Beam wanted their name added to the back end of that?
I think it was just a bit of an accommodation and a reciprocation of the expansion of the range, etc., etc. Suntory are the makers of Midori. That is what they're best known for. Although in whiskey worlds, the Yamazaki and other fantastic Japanese whiskies all come from the distilleries of Suntory.
Right.
And I'd be about 18 months ago, maybe 2 years ago now, Suntory purchased Jim Beam and Maker's Mark outright. And I still can't help but notice there's no glasses.
Well, I've been waiting for you to finish, because I know that if Steve's watching this, he'll be really pissed at us by now.
Oh, we're taking our time.
Yeah, he'd have switched off by now, I assure you.
He's probably fast-forwarded.
Yes, if you want to just skip ahead another 30 seconds or so, there will be glasses up. But I did not want to interrupt. I was fascinated by that story.
Look, it's a great little read. It's not overly complex. If I show readers the pages, you see there's not a lot of actual reading to do.
Since you're watching YouTube videos, we assume you're not much of a reader, so there's lots of pictures in this book for you.
Lots of pictures. It's
Story time with the cue ball.
It's all explained very, very easily and very, very simply, and it is a fantastic read. Even discussing the family's links to the James gang.
The James, like Jesse James?
As in Jesse James, yes.
Like Jesse James.
Yes.
Wow, not the singer.
So, he says here...
Insert Jesse James songs.
Hot as hell, even in the shade. Squeeze you a little bit of lemonade. We're next to nothing and we like it.
Great-great-grandfather,
Yes.
who was the High Sheriff of the region.
Should I start getting like ice and stuff?
Yes,
while you
please.
I'm waiting to understand whether you'd like some ice cubes
Oh,
for your.
yes,
this
an ice
particular
cube
one.
or two in there would be wonderful. So, yeah, but it's a
We should probably
fantastic
bring
read.
the fridge cam back, I think. 1 up or 2, sir.
2 for this one, my man, if you'd be so kind.
Uno. We will.
We'll talk a little bit more about this in a while.
Yes, I think we got a great idea for that book, don't we?
I think we do. I think you are going to like this one.
I think we are going to make our mark on this episode,
I think
and
we
this
should.
book has something to do with it.
It
Oh,
does
I feel like
indeed.
I should swear a solemn oath or something. I've got my hand on the Maker's Mark Bible. I promise to solemnly pour you a unmeasured nip of this fine bourbon. Immediately, because you're getting annoyed. Oh, listen to the go 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 go.
I love it. I love it.
Oh,
It's
listen to the
fantastic.
sound of that,
That's
eh?
a very, very generous pour. I'm okay with that.
Okay, I've lived my oath. I'm good. Now, put that little fancy lid back on that bad boy. How cool is that?
It's like a royal seal of approval. It's like, you know...
It is. It is. They do actually talk in the book about some of the more collectible bottles, the primary ones being ones that are over-dipped. You know, it has a picture in there of one where the wax comes down to about here, so you can't even see half the label properly.
And that's called the
different-
Oops edition or something.
Different coloured waxes that they've used for special fundraising bottles and things like that, and even an empty bottle that they sold 10,000 of as a limited edition for a local charity near their distillery.
Fascinating, eh?
So there you go.
And so this just goes to show that, I mean, you can have a drink or a product or whatever it is that you offer, but it's the story that surrounds it.
Oh yes,
You know,
definitely.
if you can tell a great story with, you know, that sells more than almost the drink does. I mean, the drink's got to be good, or your product or service has to be
Yeah.
good. But the story around it, people love stories.
Look, there's a couple of little stories that are in the book.
I'm just trying to drag it out to piss Steve off a lot more, because he's still sitting there going, you guys ain't going to have a drink.
Gives me a lot of respect for Maker's Mark. Their labels are actually still printed on an ancient hand-wound printing press from back in the 1850s
It's like the
or
ancient
something like that.
scrolls.
And the bottles themselves, every single bottle is dipped into the wax by hand.
Like-
There is, there are people sitting there, they pick up a bottle, they dip it in the wax, and they stand it for it to drain or to dry, and of
Yeah.
course it drips down and
And
creates
own
just a...
unique patterns. Every bottle's no two
Absolutely,
bottles are the
no
same.
two bottles are alike, in theory.
Except for what's inside the bottle.
Except for what's inside the bottle, which is an absolutely stunning bourbon whiskey.
Well, to you, my good friend, episode 10.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
And cheers. And cheers to you, folks.
And cheers to you.
It's got a little lovely soft sweetness on the palate, on the nose, I should
I
say.
didn't bother. I just went straight for the drink. It's not as bourbony as I was expecting.
It is. It's a beautiful soft bourbon. It's not a real heavy rye bourbon like you get with a lot of them. And there are some that use a lot of rye, and it's a much more aromatic and almost pungent taste, but each to their own.
Should we let the videographer have a sip?
If you would like, I think
I
he
think we'll extend the hand.
There was a shaking of the head. There was a hesitation there, but he's just going, oh, to hell with it. I'm going to have it anyway. Just a sip.
And is there a thumbs up from the videographer?
Yes.
Yeah.
We have a thumbs
We
up.
got a thumbs up.
Look, it's a bit hard not to
That
give
was a
Makers
little
thumbs
cameo
up.
there, but anyway.
You know, I mean, it's, again, as I always say, depending on where you shop, it's a sort of $50 to $60. So in that regards, by many, it's nothing fantastic, but it's a wonderful, wonderful, pleasant bourbon.
So, America's only handmade bourbon whiskey, never mass-produced.
Correct. To this day, they actually have a limit on the number of bottles they produce per batch. One of the main reasons by that is because the water that they use in their distillation is from a natural spring on the property itself, and they've done studies and things as to the impact that continued use of that spring water would have on the spring itself. So they cap production annually so that they will theoretically never actually deplete the waters from that natural spring, which is fantastic. To the point that they actually paid for a pipeline bringing water in from outside the property to look after their lawns and gardens, so that they don't actually tap into that spring for anything other than the bourbon itself.
Wow.
Which is brilliant. They do another one.
They do?
Which is the Maker's 46.
Yep. I
hope I got that right. Which is, again, it's your next level up, and it's an absolute stunner, that one. I would love for us to tackle that one at one stage, because I like that one too.
We should offer that up as a gift.
Well, our Maker's 46?
Yeah.
We could. In celebration of our 10th episode.
Absolutely. Stay tuned for that one moment, because each individual batch is less than 19 barrels.
Yeah.
And this small quantity means we can be choosy about everything we use and everything we do to craft our whiskey. That's why we use the old-style sour mash method. We start each new batch fermentation by using a little of the last, resulting in a more consistent product. So they use a little bit of the last batch to string all the batches together. That's quite clever. Proud of our unique and full-flavored handmade bourbon. And so we added our Maker's Mark stamp to each bottle, so please enjoy. Once again, very unique process, very high quality. You know, and from my business, the Profits Business Head is ticking over at the moment. Just when you think about providing a high-end, high-quality product to the marketplace where there's consistency, right? So you know you're going to get the highest, finest quality. And they could go into mass production. They could go into mash production.
No.
No, they can go into mass production about stuff like that, but they're refusing to compromise the foundation of which their business was built on.
Absolutely. And as I think we touched on once before, one of only 4 distillers in the United States that only make their name brand.
Wow.
So there you go. And we've had 2 of them. Because, of course, George Dickel was the other.
Yes.
So it's George Dickel, Maker's Mark, Woodford Distillers, and Jack Daniels.
So we've Maker's Mark on George's Dickel. Anyway, so let's get back to the.
I love the Dickel, but I think the Maker's is better.
I heard that about you.
Oh, why do you always do this to me?
Why do you do that to yourself?
I know.
You sit here this close to me.
It's almost like I open the door and I walk out and I turn the big neon sign in and it says, come on, once more.
Yes.
Because I didn't get enough of it last time.
That's what she said.
Yes.
Anyway, so Maker's Mark 46.
Well, this is the standard.
Yeah, this is standard, but what we'll do, here's what we'll do. Since this is episode 10.
Yes.
As our gift to all those who watch boozebrothers.tv, that'd be you lot. Anyone, nothing but love for you, anyone who subscribes to our YouTube channel, and you have to subscribe, right? Not just go and watch a video or like a video. You have to actually go to we're in the YouTube channel and hit the subscribe button so you become a regular subscriber of boozebrothers.tv. Between now and June 30th, we'll take everybody who subscribes to the channel, and
we will include those
who have
already subscribed up to this point.
All 5 of you. No, there's more than that now. There's at least 6.
Yeah, I'm one of them.
And I'm the other. So I think that's 7. So there's 5 other people. But all the ones who've already made the effort to subscribe to our channel, and anyone else between now and June 30th, we will put all those names into a draw, and we'll do that officially here on one of the
we will do it live on camera.
We'll put all the names in. We'll even show all the secret. No, for privacy, we won't show your names, but we'll show, and we'll pull one out, and that person will buy a Maker's Mark 46. And we will ship it to you anywhere in the world.
So there you go.
Boom. That shit just happened.
Boom. Episode 10. That's us celebrating and sharing our love for whiskey with you. You know, we're going to buy you guys, one of you, a bottle of whiskey. And, you know, if you happen to be within a reasonable distance, we might even, if perchance...
Yeah, can I just get an extension of my credit, please?
Yeah. If perchance it's someone local that wins this... We will actually
I don't know. It's gonna be
come and crack it and drink it with you and record an episode at your place. How's that sound?
It could be very expensive. We're going to do what? Hang on, Mum. Sorry, it's just Hubel.
Well, why not? If someone local wins the bottle...
someone local, okay.
If someone local wins the bottle...
I missed that part. I think he's had too much to drink. I'll call you back later. Yeah, love you too. Bye, Mum. Anyway.
If someone local wins the bottle, we'll deliver it.
Yeah.
And... crack it open and record an episode with them.
Yes.
Why not?
Local. Define local? within WA, within the Midwest region of...
Within the Midwest region, because let's face it, it's...
I would even do a road trip to Perth. I'm going to put it out there. I'll do a road trip to Perth.
Okay.
Anyone who's watching in Perth, WA, sorry about our international viewers, but you still have a chance to win the Maker's Mark 46, and we will pay all shipping.
Basically, if it's somewhere that we can travel there, film the episode, and return within the space of a weekend, why not? There you go.
Hashtag let's do this.
Booyah.
Yeah, we're going to take Booze Brothers TV on the road then.
Yes!
Yes! Let's do this. Like, see, episode 10, all this stuff is coming out. Okay. So we got very clear, just to reiterate, and we'll get the videographer to put the instructions up here on here so you can see it as well. Subscribe to our YouTube channel between now and June 30th, and all those who've already subscribed. That means me and you. Do we get to win?
No. We get to drink it anyway.
We get to drink it anyway. So anyone who subscribes between now and June 30th, plus those who've already subscribed, will go in a draw to win Maker's Mark 46. All right?
So not this particular Maker's Mark, the next one up.
Because this
so
won't be empty by the time it gets to you. So
we're going to take it to another level.
Yeah, we'll bring a brand new, untouched, virgin bottle of Maker's 46 for you anywhere in the world. Subscribe to us at insert here. Anyway,
now,
so that's that.
For those who might not be that tech savvy,
yep,
right, let's do something simpler.
Something simpler.
Let's do something simpler. So we're going to do the bottle of Maker's 46. Don't worry about that. We're not changing the rules.
No.
But, of course, we do have a copy here of the Maker's Mark autobiography. So, what we will do with that is, if you haven't done so already, like our Facebook page, that's boozebrothers.tv, and same time frame?
Yes, between now and June 30th.
Between now and June 30th, and we will take every single person's name from our like list, and we will draw one from the hat, and that person will win the book.
Yes. So, like our Facebook page, and please share it. The more people share it around, we'd much appreciate it. We would appreciate that. To share this, our fine love for whiskey. This is why we're doing this, to share our joy. So hopefully you can share that with other people. We'll go in a draw to win this. Now, I think we should make our mark on this Maker's Mark book, so to make it even more valuable, because, oh my God, how much would it be worth if it's autographed?
Autographed by the Booze Brothers. Why not?
Like, do you know how much Cue Ball's autograph is worth already just on its own?
60 cents.
60 cents? That was only the cost of the paper actually to sign on, and the pen, if I added all that up, is worth 60 cents.
Well, that's only, 60 cents each, because I did 100 of them,
You're a busy man.
So, not much of a return on investment.
But then when we add the profit signature to that, oh my God, it's got to go at least to 62.
65.
Oh, 65.
65.
I love you, man. You're generous.
Hey, look, unless they're paying by credit card, man, they're not going to get it for 2 cents. You got to round these things.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, rounding, I was just trying to be generous.
I mean, round was good.
Shall we do this right now? Let's do this?
Yeah, let's do this right now. And I'm going to keep doing this. Or should I, while you do that, should I actually rate this?
Yeah, start your rating.
Perhaps. And look, it's softened ever so nicely. The colour's lightened up. It's become smoother with a bit of water, which I still think is a great sign of a good whiskey, is one that will actually change with additives as such, not mixers. But then again, whatever floats your boat. Look, I'm going to be a bit bold with this, I think. But I'm going to go on 9.43.
9.43.
9.43.
Oh, let's remember this one. 9.43.
9.43. He's stretching. This could be good. He's going to have the sniff is there, the taste, the swirl, the gargle. Really?
That's gross.
Oh, a little chirp from the cheap seats.
Comment from the supercoach.
I am, because not a bourbon man, as we all know. Definitely not a bourbon man. But I'm impressed. This will give Dickel a run. And I have no recollection, we've had too much to drink between now and the first episode, of what, I'm going to go a 9.6.
9.6?
Pretty
very
impressive,
nice.
Eh? That's
very impressive, to the point where I started writing the wrong signature. But that's okay, because we'll just turn that into something else.
Yes.
Don't ask me what. Maybe it's going to be some bizarre
You can put
little...
I love you there. The 9.6, 9.43, a simple 19.03, which would be a, I don't know, about a 9.515. I'm going to go for it. 9515.
9515.
Now we'll show
That's
you.
a lot.
at
That's a
the end
few
of-
fives.
That's it. At the end of the episode.
High five?
On the Girola leaderboard.
Good question where that's going to slot in.
Yes,
because we
that'd be
don't
very excited.
Have it handy.
We'd never have that up handy. We don't want to let that influence our decision. That's why.
Not at all.
So-
Not at all. I think that's a good thing.
All right. So,
So there we
get
go.
ready to wrap up. Let's just show everybody once
Pour me
again.
a drink, you son of a bitch. Make mine a double.
All right, there it is, officially signed.
So yeah, once again, if you subscribe to our YouTube channel between now and the end of June, you will go in the draw for a bottle of Makers 46, which within a weekend's travelling distance there and back, we will come
Personally deliver
the bottle
anywhere else.
and record an episode in your humble abode or the premises of your desire.
Absolutely. And if you live internationally and you would like us to come there, you can pay our flights. We'll still do that.
Yeah, why not?
So any of you multi-gazillionaires out there who do happen to subscribe to our channel because you have such a love for whiskey and fine things like we do, you may wish to fly us over to film an episode at your mansion in Miami or something. I don't know. Just say, you know.
Oh, that would be terrible.
Well, we would do it.
Really would.
I will let you know. We will do that for you. Just don't want to hold it back. But if not, and you're a poor bastard and you're living on the street somewhere and you still win, good for you. We'll send it to you. Just let us know what mailbox to send it to.
Oh, hell, if you're living on the street, we'll come and drink it with you on the beach, all right?
That's right. We've got our own brown paper bags.
Yeah, we do. And, of course, if you like our Facebook page, and, yeah, you'll
And
go in
please
the
share.
draw to win this one. Obviously, yes, please share it around because, you know, we would love to share our passion with more people. And it's... that's half the fun. I
Absolutely
think.
it is.
We're not seeking fame or fortune. I just like having fun.
Yes, absolutely. And it's very unfortunate that we're not famous.
Speak for yourself, mate.
Oh, yeah, well, I've got yes, this is the cue ball. Yes. Anyway, my chromius domius friend,
On that note,
on that note indeed,
cheers.
you son of a bitch. Pour me a drink.
Thank you, everyone.
God, we can't use this when we get trouble. Anyway. Love you, Mom. Thanks for the loan. Appreciate it.
It is good.
That is good. I'm impressed.
Good.
She's good.